So you guys might have heard of Nothing, and if you haven't, well, Nothing is a London-based tech startup by the ex-OnePlus co-founder Carl Pei. Well, Nothing is a pretty young tech startup as it launched its first product in 2020, and recently they launched the Nothing Phone 2. They started with the launch of the Nothing Buds, which actually laid down the path for this entire company. It made a statement that this company wanted to stand out and wanted to do something so different from the rest of the competition. And they have done the exact same thing with the Nothing Phone 2. So here are my impressions on the Nothing Phone 2. Without wasting any more time, let's get into it. Okay, so one of the things that really stood out for me from the Nothing Phone 2 was its design. Just like how the unique design of the Nothing Phone 1 and the Nothing Buds stood out from the competition, the Nothing Phone 2 does the exact same thing. And this is done by few major changes. Firstly, the transparent back is now made of a 3D raised glass which provides for a more premium user experience. Secondly, the edges are no longer the flat sides like that of the iPhone and instead are more rounded. This gives a better in-hand feel in comparison to the Nothing Phone 1. Third, the camera module is now larger and more prominent. This gives the phone a more distinctive look. And this time around, they have introduced a new grey color in order to replace the black of the Nothing Phone 1. This reduces the visibility of fingerprints on the phone, which for sure is a plus side. They have also made improvements when it comes to the Glyph interface, which I will surely come to in a bit. So now let's come to the specifications. This time around, the Nothing Phone 2 is priced at $600 or around 45,000 rupees, whereas the Nothing Phone 1 was priced at $469 or around 35,000 rupees. This significant price jump means that we will get pretty significant upgrades in the overall quality of the smartphone. This time around, Nothing has gone with the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 SoC, which is the top of the line flagship chipset, but from last year. And this, I feel, is a pretty smart choice. Well, the Nothing Phone 2 should have great optimization in order to stand out from the rest of the competition. So this means that Nothing has actually made a smart choice by not experimenting with newer SoCs and instead taking a well-optimized chipset and including it in this smartphone. I'm pretty sure the 8 Plus Gen 1 has pretty comparable performance when compared to today's mid-range SoCs such as the Snapdragon 7 series chipsets or those by MediaTek as well. And this would obviously provide the same type of experience that those SoCs would provide in similar smartphones. So this time around, the rear cameras only get an upgrade in terms of the sensor but not in terms of the resolution. Both continue to remain a 50 megapixel main and a 50 megapixel ultra wide. But this time around, we see an upgrade when it comes to the selfie camera. The selfie camera has been upgraded from a 16 megapixel to a 32 megapixel selfie camera. We don't see a very big battery jump as well. We come from a 4500 milliamp hour battery on the Nothing Phone 1 to a 4700 milliamp hour battery on the Nothing Phone 2. While the battery and camera don't seem to have gotten many significant upgrades, Nothing has claimed that they have made many upgrades when it comes to the software optimization of both the battery and the camera. The next significant upgrade for the Nothing Phone 2 is its display. While the Nothing Phone 2 has a small bump in its size from a 6.55 inch to a 6.7 inch, the main upgrade is the new LTPO display. This means that Nothing can have a variable refresh rate which goes down from 1 Hz all the way up to 120 Hz, thus saving battery life. So with the new Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 SoC, which gives great efficiency, the small bump in battery size and the new LTPO display, we can expect very good battery life from this particular smartphone. So now let's come to the main distinguishing factor of the Nothing Phone 2. And that is its Glyph interface. So while the pattern of the Glyph interface doesn't seem to have changed from last year, this time around Nothing has split the Glyph lights and made 11 Glyph strips. This means that we can have more number of combinations and more optimization and more customization as well from the Glyph interface. So this time around Nothing has partnered with some third-party delivery applications such as Uber Eats. So this means that we can check the delivery status of our food on Uber Eats without actually using the smartphone. The Glyph interface uses a timer sort of animation in order to show the status of your delivery. We have some smaller upgrades in terms of software as well, as this time around the Nothing Phone 2 is running Nothing OS 2. This means that it has a better Glyph interface software, which will soon be coming to the Nothing Phone 1 as well. And also we have better optimization and a new dull mode, which is a skin made by Nothing over Android 13. So this allows users to use either the stock Android version, which has got more vivid, bright and attractive colors, thus causing more addiction to users, or instead the dull colors from the Nothing skin, thus preventing users from actually overusing the smartphone. So overall, I feel that the Nothing Phone 2 is a great value for money smartphone. And if you are looking for a smartphone in this 45,000 to 50,000 range, you should surely consider it. Anyways, that's been it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You guys can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'll leave links for both those accounts in the video description. Thanks for watching. This is Techsavage, and I'll see you guys in the next one.